What is up? What is? I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep that in the video, by the way. Well, what is up? What is up? What is up? It is your boy, and today I want to talk to you about this comic book I recently just read. Now, hear me out. I know I've been off YouTube for almost a week or two, and work's been busy. You feel me? But we're getting off topic. There's this comic book that I picked up at. I don't want to say local comic book store because technically it's not a comic book store, but it is a bookstore. So I guess which it has. I wouldn't even say it has a lot of DC and Marvel. It has three rows of DC and one row of Marvel. I want to go to an actual local comic book store, but we're not gonna get on today. But today well, not today, but a couple weeks ago I picked up this comic book right here in my hand, and by the title of it, you guys already probably know the comic. You just saw me throw it in the cam too, doing this. You already know what it is. Flash Year One. So I picked this up, right? I picked up two comic books. I'm not gonna say the other one because I plan on reviewing it on the channel. Sorry, I love the new comic book smell. I took care of my bad boys. But I picked this up, and oh my gosh, this comic was good. Me personally, knowing already the Flash story entirely different ways of, he's in his lab, struck by lightning, chemicals, all this and that. This story was I don't want to say one of the most, but no, I would say that. It's one of the most interesting. I don't want to say that because, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to get hate for this, but I felt like I kind of like how Ezra Miller became the Flash. I don't know, just how his environment looked, the rain, just all of it. I don't know, it's just like, I kind of like that. But I would say it's one of my most favorite ways of him becoming the Flash. Me personally, I really liked just it all. Like the beginning of just him talking with his mom. Like when he got his powers, it shows it, right? I'm sorry, I'm slacking a little. Let me see. Plus, I'm not even, yeah, it shows, oh my gosh. There was so many good art shots in this comic that I was like, yummers. By the way, I plan on reviewing The Boys on this channel too. Because I finished season 5. Was it season 5, I think? Season 4. I finished season 4 a couple days ago on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But, I don't know. I just liked how he just became the Flash and all of it. Even like the fact that when he was testing out his powers, all this and that, he went to the future and met his future self. And also met Turles, a villain who could pretty much slow down time. I don't know. I was just like, that's pretty cool. And just how the art of it looked really good. Like, I'm opening this book right now, and it looked pretty good. Just the fact that he went to the future. And shout out to my friend. He was the one who even suggested this book. Not like in a bad way. Like, oh, you want to pick up the Flash? Kid Flash is up there. Kid Flash is up there, top 10, one of my favorite superheroes. So either way, I was gonna get this book, but I was debating which one should I get. He looked at the art in this and said it looks really good. And oh my gosh, I will tell you guys, this book has some pretty good art that I would recommend you guys to pick up and read. Even the story, me personally, it was really good. I'm just going to the future. His future self getting like taken by terrorists. He's saying go, because they built the I guess the speed treadmill. They built it. Yep. And he went back in the past, went back to it. And yeah. Even the fact that he had a date with Iris. I'm sorry, I'm doing all this without notes. Usually I got my notes. But I'm just going through this. I'm like, even the fact that he had a date. Man was out here balling in his book, I'm telling you. And just like, he fought Turtles. I said Turtles. I'm sorry, I'm getting Turtles. And that's his name, right? Call me Turtle. Yeah, Turtles. It's right in front of me, too. I'm sorry, because wasn't he in the CW Flash, too? Because pretty much he can slow you down. Yeah, mess with time. Oh, my gosh. Just the fight with him against Barry. I thought it was pretty cool, and just the fact that Barry got shot, and like he was pretty much saying like, oh, pretty much he was saying, the more my heart beats, the closer the bullet gets to my heart, or was it the more I breathe? I forgot which one it was, but I was like, oh my gosh, and just the art for that was also really good, and how you just saved everybody from the bullet. Oh my gosh, like this might be just an issue panel, but I don't know. When I saw this, I was like, my gosh, that looks good. And pretty much right here, it does say it's getting deeper with each heartbeat, with every move I make. I was like, oh my gosh, that was cold. And I like the fact that like Iris is at the house, pretty much just venting, saying how she felt and all this and that. And Barry's just at the door listening. He like shoot, shoot, shoot. He took the bullet out and he just opened the door, without his stuff on. He was like, oh yeah, I was in the shower. And but let's be realistic. They slept together. And I like the fact that when oh my gosh, I feel like I'm just spoiling the entire thing. But isn't that pretty much what we do? Very well. But I guess when he pulled up to prison to see Turtle, and like Turtle just figured out he was the Flash, I was like, but that's just the tip of it. Because oh my gosh, when I saw this panel art and him come back with Barry on chains, I was so in shock. I was like, there's no way. I was like so surprised at how it looked. And like he was getting his butt whooped, but the fact that he at least saved older Barry, and older Barry was pretty much telling him to run away, but younger Barry, he was like, oh, aren't you the same person who told me not to run away? Told me to fight. And he found one of his comics that his mom had, which was a comic of, what was it, Jay Garrett Flash. So I like the fact that Jay Garrett is actually a Flash, but I feel like it's a Flash of this comic. I'm not sure because I have not read all the other stories, which I plan to. But I'm gonna just say these two. Jay Garrett is probably is, and y'all guys know it, but I don't know. So if he is, do not spoil, because I plan on reading more of this story. But Jay Garrett is probably part of that universe, or Jay Garrett is part of another universe, and they wrote a comic about Jay Garrett being the Flash. So I just always thought that was really cool, and like the fact that Barry built his own ring with his suit inside of it, and you actually get the panel of Barry in his suit, in his new suit, going off to fight Turtle, and oh my gosh, it looked really good, and the fight against Turtle was really good. And the fact that at the end, February 11th, Flash Day, I actually had to look that up to guarantee if that actually guaranteed was Flash Day. I was like, that's really good, and that's a really good way really good way to end this story. And my gosh, the introduction in the end of Wally West and Wallace was, I was like, oh my gosh, I was flipping through. He gonna come to Flash, he gonna come to Flash. And just to end the story with this, with every speedster, look, we got Kid Flash, Wallace West, Barry Allen, what is that? Impulse, Jay Garrett, what is that? The Flash, China, whatever. I don't know the rest of these speedsters, so I'm still learning. I don't know why I said that. And there's like 1, 2, 3. We also got Bart Allen's kid. I forgot her name though. You can tell I've been slacking on my speedsters. But just the variant covers for this book also was really good. I was so impressed with it. I was like, oh my gosh. If I had to rate this book on a scale of 1 through 10, I would give it, honestly, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Because I do think this book was really good, but I always think there's room for improvements. Do I feel like there's anything to improve in this? Probably. Stuff I didn't see. But me personally, reading-wise, the writing, the art, it was really good. And I guess my favorite part about it was really that bullet. I don't know why, but the art of that, just seeing the blood right there and all that, and like him having to like put his own hand in his chest to get the bullet out, that was cold. Me personally, that was cold. But yeah, the thing I didn't like though, honestly, if I had to look at this, I guess I didn't like. I guess older Barry. I understand he's wise and all, but how you gonna tell this dude, right? Where is it? He pretty much told him, I'm trying to find it. You're traveling, da da da, you gotta breathe, da 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 da. No fast, let's go. I learned this like if he's still to avoid crazy for you, da da da. I knew it. I can't believe I ever got you. Really are the Barry. It was pretty much him just saying like not to run away from a fight or something like that. I forgot. I even just like the sliding, like how you like talked about, like that's how you stop. It was like really seeing the rusty, newly Flash, who didn't know how to do anything, who didn't even know how his powers worked, and he was just experimenting on it. But I'm gonna end the video here. There are multiple more comic books that I plan on reading on this channel that's in this bookshelf. My DC collection is getting fully packed, and I plan on rereading majority of the comic books I already have, and also sitting here reading comic books and reviewing it on the channel. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I plan on reviewing The Boys next because I finished that show recently, and I would love to sit here and talk about that on the channel. And also read the comic books, which is very crazy because, spoiler alert, I also have to sit here and talk about another book on this channel. I'm just gonna throw it out there. The Clementine books from The Walking Dead. My gosh, spoiler alert, I did not like the second one. But I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.